What's up, social media? It's Dr. Steve, master of the subconscious mind and doctor who fixes 100% of orthopedic issues not related to cancer, fracture, or infection. And today I want to go over the responsibility once we become more conscious, because the conscious people walking around this planet, they vibrate in such a higher frequency, and we've done our inner work, they call it shadow work, but clearing the subconscious mind and becoming conscious and aware of our surroundings and our actions and things like that. And so we're able to open our hearts. And so it's up to us to bring up the consciousness of the rest of the planet, because a lot of people, they live in the worry and the doubt and the fear, and they never take action on things, and they live in the past and worry about the same patterns repeating, which creates the same pattern appearing, because what you think about becomes. So your past experiences just keep repeating, and you just can't get over the fact that happened. So when we are conscious, we can raise up that vibrational frequency, encourage others to do the same, and give them the tools that's needed. Some people aren't going to listen, that we all have free will, but that's because their pain serves them, because the disease in the mind creates disease in the body, and it's just an expression. It's the pains, fears, and challenges of life that are there to reawaken you to consciousness, right? And so that's the awakening. And once you get to the awakening, there's no going back, and you understand why everyone does everything. And if people choose to live with the pain, the fear, the challenges, their past, worry about the future, if they choose to stay there, it's just not their time, unfortunately. And they just have to deal with the consequences. The universe is going to give them a lot of karma, and karma isn't hate. It's not bad. It's actually love from the universe, just guiding you, pushing you, nudging you to make a change, right? And if you don't change, you eventually die, the spirit, because you have disease, and the spirit dies off, and then you just reincarnate and come back. But comes great responsibility when we are conscious. It's our mission work, right? When we become conscious, it's our mission work, and so we have to give back once we get to that point. And then the more you give back, the more you receive back. It's just the universal law. So you always want to speak your truth, right, and vibrate on that high frequency, because the tongue casts spells, and so that vibrational frequency will encourage others to have that opportunity to rise up and become better people and operate from their heart center. So always speak from the heart. And when you're authentic, nobody can penetrate you. I always say the devil cannot penetrate the coat of armor. A man who knows himself well cannot penetrate, or the devil cannot penetrate that armor, right? So I probably botched that one up a little bit. A man who knows himself well, the devil cannot penetrate, I forget it. I sound like Joe Biden. But the deal is we want to be conscious and speak from the heart, because when we do that, we give others the opportunity to do the same, and we don't want to not give others that opportunity. We want to offer that love and give them that same opportunity. All right, guys. So if you have some people that are having trouble with meditation and getting rid of their subconscious blocks and the shadow work, they're looking in the mirror and they're telling themselves they're successful and repeating it over and over, that stuff is great. You can reprogram the mind that way, but it doesn't work. When I go into the subconscious in my office, we change the actual vibrational frequency to make it conscious, and they say that they have a certain stress of a 7 or 8. When they leave the office, it's no longer an issue. I've seen crazy stuff happen. I had a girl last week that came in with a sprained ankle. She went to play basketball in her game, right, that night, because we got rid of the issue that was going on, which was the fact that she did not want to play basketball. Her family was making her play because they were a basketball family, and she was not moving forward, right? So she sprained her ankle, and she wasn't moving forward, and then the body speaks the mind. Or the body speaks the mind. So there's tons and tons and tons of expressions like that, like bunions. Bunions deal with communication, right? The big toe deals with communication. And so when we don't speak our truth and we don't communicate, all of a sudden, and it also deals with control. So the big toe deals with control. So you're not communicating and you're trying to force control. And that's not love. So that you develop a bunion on the foot to, prevent you from moving forward, right? It's trying to wake you up, and eventually that bunion gets so big that you can't even step forward anymore because you're trying to control everything and you're not speaking your truth. So everything, every thought you have, we need to be conscious of and change that frequency, right? Because when we do that, our inner world creates our outer world.